Hey everybody, welcome back to that flight sim channel. This is Captain Flako speaking, and in today's video we are going to be doing a tutorial from A to B on the Citation Longitude. This beautiful business jet is a gorgeous beast. I love it. It has great power, great range, great versatility. And one of the reasons I really like this aircraft is because I actually worked on, for several years, I worked on the Embraer Praetor, which is a direct competitor to this aircraft. So very similar in shape, design, functionality, etc., systems. So because we don't have an Embraer Praetor, I'm going to just love this plane a little more right now. But with that being said, guys, if this is your first time in the channel, my name is Captain Flako, and my partner Captain Gonzo and I do flight sim tutorials, flight sim news, anything flight sim related, we try and cover. And if you like what you see, please consider subscribing and giving us a like and let us know how we do. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and start the walk around using our EFB. I personally like using the EFB just in case if you guys go through the EFB and don't know what something means or can't find something. Hopefully I give you the best explanation to the best of my ability. And yeah, we'll go from there. So let's go ahead and pull it up. So I have the checklist on level expert. So first thing it wants us to do is remove the covers. So remove all covers, APU and APU generator, clear, visually confirmed part is clear of obstructions, and batteries, make sure the batteries are connected and in good condition. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to remove the pitot cover. It's good there. Let's walk around. I don't see anything here on the wing that we have to remove cover wise. Everything looks good there. Your battery door is right here, so let's go ahead and open this battery door. Your battery is, there it is, pre-flight aware. Battery is new, looks good. Let's go ahead and close that door. Good, let's remove these engine covers. Good job. All right, everything looks good there. Very nice, and pretty cool how the sun is peeking over the terminal, giving us some lighting here. All right, everything looks good here. I don't see any other covers that we need to worry about. And then the APU, well, it's asking us for the APU and APU generator clear. Make sure these are clear, not obstructed. So those look all good there. And we're going to check the battery on this side. So 2 batteries on each side. And there it is. It's examining it. Battery looks good. Close that door. Sorry, I reopened it. Everything looks good there. No covers installed. Pretty good. And like I said, I worked on the Praetor for several years, so it's very similar. Everything is kind of like in the same positions as far as like the batteries and stuff like that. So very similar. All right, guys, with that being said, let's go ahead and covers are good, APU, batteries are good. So that's our preliminary exterior inspection. Let's go to the cabin, our cockpit cabin inspection. So let's go ahead and enter the cabin and continue our checklist. All right, so first thing it wants us to do is standby power switch test, set switch to test, and hold. Confirm green light is lit for at least 10 seconds. So click the eyeball here. So we're gonna go to test. There's the green light. Confirm green light is lit for at least 10 seconds. So we're gonna call that good. Standby power switch to on. So we're gonna just click it off and on. Beautiful. So good. Emergency light switch. Arm the emergency light switch. So let's go ahead and arm those. So set to arm. Good. Cabin emergency lights. Confirm that the cabin emergency lights are lit. So by doing that, it's going to make us look backwards. And you can kind of see up here where this is illuminated. And I don't know if it... Let me see. Let's take a walk. It's simulated. Yeah, there it is. The exit sign is illuminated. So that's good. Very cool. Nice. So we're going to call that good. Okay. Landing gear lever down. Check that. Obviously, when you walk up to the aircraft it's on its wheels, but you want to make sure that the lever is actually showing down. So the lever is down position. Good. Battery switches. Turn them on. So battery switches on. Very nice. Engine information system. Check for abnormal conditions and CAS. So we're going to look here at our Garmin G3000. There's our CAS. Remember, our CAS is our little window here. It shows us any alerts. Beautiful. And our EIS is this one here on the MFD. This is PFD, MFD. So nothing looks out of the ordinary here. And let's see, toss test, parking brake, engine shutdown. Perfect. So everything, nothing out of the ordinary there. So that's good. power source as desired. So select electrical power source to external power or APU as desired. So we're not using external power, so we're good. We're gonna leave it on battery power for now. So we're gonna call that good. Battery amps, confirm that both batteries show 0 or charging, positive amperage. So look here. So with 28 volts, perfect, that's good. All right, so use APU power source, that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna go ahead and turn on this APU. So turn APU knob to start for 1 second, then on, refer to starting APU checklist. So we're gonna call this good. We're gonna go to our starting APU checklist for now. So EIS, good. CAS is good. APU knob, turn to on. So we're gonna go on, and then we're gonna move it to start for 1 second, just like that. And then APU bleed must be set to norm. So APU bleed is right here. It's already showing norm. So we're gonna look at our MFD here. Let's see where our MFD is. There we go. And if you look right here on the bottom, there's our RPMs coming up, EGTs for the APU. And I believe if you look at this, yep, it highlights it right there. So RPM is coming on. There you go, 100%. We are good. APU bleed is norm. We already checked that. APU generator switch to on. So the generator switch is already to on right there. That's good. And then the environmental controls, set environmental controls as desired. So this is air conditioning and all that. So it is a little chilly. So I'm gonna leave them here nice and warm for now. So that is good. Let's go back to our cockpit cabin inspection because we just did our starting APU. So let's scroll down. APU knob, external power, we're okay. Bat amps, both are charging. So we should be able to look here. 28 volts, that looks good. All right, interior lights as required. So let's go ahead and get some interior lights here. Auxiliary lights. All right, nice and lit. And exterior lights as required. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the exterior lights so when we do our walk around outside, we can actually see our lights performing and all that. So go ahead and turn on the lights as part of our walk around here. So that's all there. All right, so that is good. Now we're gonna go to the exterior inspection, and guys, look, we go to our exterior inspection, 106 items in this exterior inspection. So this exterior inspection is very well detailed, which I love, by the way. So we're gonna walk through it, guys. If you don't want to see the exterior inspection portion of this video, then I would suggest skip it. But again, very well detailed. If you are a fan of the sim, then I suggest you check it out. All right, so let's go ahead and exit the aircraft and let's start this inspection. Go ahead and open the door there, just kind of leave it open there. So first thing it wants us to do, left forward fuselage and nose. So this is the left side. There's the fuselage door. So cabin door, visually inspect the condition of the door. Cabin door lift panel secure. So I have it open, so we're gonna call both of those good. Antennas, visually check the inspection of the antennas on this side here. So we're gonna step back, and there's the antenna up there that it wants us to check. So it looks good. I don't see any damage from here. Our rat probe is right here in front of us. So there's our rat probe. Good. Then our AOA probe and ice detectors are right next to it. So ice detector is this one up here. AOA probe, this one here. Angle of attack, ice detector. So both of those look good. Nose gear. Let's check our nose gear. So swing around here. Inspect. There it is. We're examining the nose gear. Examining the nose gear tires. That's good. So nose gear. Taxi lights. So the lights are on right now. If you click the little eyeball, you'll see what it's referring to as the taxi lights, but the lights. Remember I turned them on? They're good. Nose compartment door. So we're gonna look at here. And there's our oxygen bottle. Very cool. All your avionics here. Collins. Very cool. I love how this is all modeled. So that's nice. Go ahead and close that. So that's good. Pitot tube right here in front of us. Pitot tube. Again, if you've seen my other videos, seen my other videos, I've explained that I've actually seen pitot tubes with damage and stuff like that. So it's important that you inspect your pitot tube and make sure it's not bent or damaged, because this gives you a load of information that your avionics needs, and you're gonna need while you're flying. So definitely want to inspect this and make sure it's nice, clear of obstructions. You don't want the cover on these things; it'll melt. These things do get hot. All right, landing gear door. Visually inspect your landing gear door. So typically you just want to look in here and inspect these rods. You kind of can't go lower, but you would look at these rods, make sure that these rods are attached and there's no corrosion, because once the landing gear comes up, these doors, you want them to be functioning perfectly, because when they are sealed or when they close, you know, they have to be at a certain gap and step, so you don't get cabin noise. So very important that these rods are attached the right way. No damage here. Everything is going to work perfectly when you pull the gear up. So that's good. All right, so we're going to go to the right nose and forward fuselage. So again, we're going to continue here on the right side of the aircraft. So antennas, step back. These are the antennas it wants us to look at. So antennas look good. Very nice. There you go. All the antennas look great. All right, pitot tube up here in the front. Remember, we're just kind of working our way back towards the other side. So there's our pitot tube. That looks good. Nose compartment door right here. Open it up. Kind of like the other side. Another oxygen bottle. All the avionics. Everything looks good. Nothing out of the ordinary. Everything's connected. Let's go ahead and close this and secure this door. Fuselage drains. So the fuselage here, look here, this is a drain. It does get hot, so you want to make sure that that is good there. AOA probe is here again, kind of like the other side. After your AOA probe, you're gonna have your ice detector. Good. Wrap probe, again, just like the other side. Standby pitot tube over here. There it is, standby pitot tube. That's good. Lower anti-collision beacon lights. You want to make sure your beacon lights are working, functioning, which they are. As you can see, they're flashing. See? Perfect. Right landing lights. These are the landing lights here. Those are good. We have them on. Single point refueling. So this door here. So there is where you connect your refueling hose. And then up here is your refueling panel. So pretty cool, because you can, I wish you can turn it on, because when you power it on, you can see all the numbers here. But I guess it's not modeled on here, so you can turn it on. But anyway, it's kind of like how the plane I used to work at. Definitely, when you turn it on, it'll give you the numbers, left, right, total, and all that. So pretty cool. And this right here is a little pin. Pretty cool, because if this pin is not reading right, it's going to act like this door is open. So don't ask me how I know that. All right, so single fuel refueling panel is good. Wing inspection light right here. Looks good. Wing ice protection exhaust. Usually confirmed part is clear of obstructions. So it doesn't simulate it to look at it, so we're gonna skip it. So right wing emergency lights, check. Emergency exit. Engine inlet ducts. So everything here. So this is your emergency exit that's up here, obviously. Then your emergency light is right here on the side. So when in an emergency, this light will shine over the wing, so you can see where you're stepping out of the aircraft. Huh, you can open this? Wow, didn't even know you can do that. That's pretty cool. But anyways, in an emergency, you would step out of here. Just a sec. Pretty cool. Didn't even know that. We're going to call that good. Emergency exit is secured. We just re-secured it. Engine inlet, duct and fan. To sensor visually inspect the condition of this. So let's see where it wants us to look at. Right here. From here, it wants us to look in here. Make sure that everything looks nice. It's supposed to. So we're going to call that good. Dorsal air intake. Right dorsal NACA scoop. So it's pretty much all these things around the engine. Wing leading edge. We're going to check the leading edge of this. So very important. Leading edge has to be nice and clear, no bumps, no deep scratches or anything like that, because as you can see, this is polished metal here all the way through this whole leading edge. And then like other aircraft that have de-icing systems, this one doesn't have a boot. This one runs through bleed air. Hot air turns this hot in case of icing conditions and gets rid of the ice, melts it away, etc. So as you can see, all of our leading edge surfaces, like the wing here, the leading edge of the engines, leading edge of the stabilizers up there, all that is polished metal, which runs bleed air and helps with the de-ice, or is the de-ice. Sorry, can't talk today. Anyways, so leading edge is good. Fuel cap, let's make sure it's secure. So the fuel cap's right here. Wingtip downwash lights. So wingtip downwash lights right here. You click the little, there they are. Good. Wingtip navigation lights right here. Those are on. You can kind of see the green there. Good. Winglets. Check the winglet. Static wicks. Winglet looks beautiful. Love how it's just like the Praetor, where it's like designed into the wing. It's like one. Very nice. Nice modern look there. Static wicks look good. Right aileron. Looks good. Flap. Let's inspect our right flap. Good. So aileron. It's good. Flaps are good. Spoilers are right on top. I think it lets you inspect the spoilers, but look good. Nice and flat. Not sticking up. Landing gear doors, main range landing gear. Okay. Down here. Right strut looks good. Main right gear tires look good. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the chocks so we don't forget later. And our door looks good. I want to inspect the door, make sure everything is good there. So again, like kind of like the front ones, you want these to be nice and secured to this rod, so when they close, the door closes. So moving on, battery door, we already checked this earlier, so that's good. Our waste, so all the poop and stuff like that comes out of here. Close that up. So battery door, toilet service door, external power receptacle. So here is where you would connect your GPU. Ooh. Right. Pylon NACA scoop, so that is right here. This is what your pylon is. So this is your NACA panel there, and then the scoop right there. Engine oil service door, which is right here. Kind of sucks that you can't go over there and look at it, but that's it. Make sure it's secured. Engine cowling, this whole thing is nice and secured, so I wish you can open these. Technically, you would be able to open these, but yeah, it doesn't let you do it. So engine inlet ice protect. So remember we were talking about the icing and all that, so pretty much this leading edge here, make sure it's nice and clear, nothing, no damage there. Engine generator cooling inlet, engine starter exhaust, engine generator cooling exhaust, engine knuckle drains, thrust reversers. So the thrust reversers are back here, so you want to inspect these as well. And then all these other things are pretty much just everything you see here on the cowling itself, so all these vents and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna get too much into detail with those. Engine exhaust and bypass, so back here. Make sure all that looks good. Then the empennage fuselage drain, so there's gonna be some drains down here below. Fuselage drains are good. Antennas, check the antennas back here. Just like that. Tail cone door, we just opened it. Close it. Hydraulics NACA scoop clear. APU generator inlets. This side. Right APU NACA scoop clear. APU inlet. So all these things right here. That's what we're looking at, guys. For our APU oil. Service door is there. Vertical stabilizers. So Want to make sure all these little panels are secured. There's no screws missing out of them. That's not a good day. Horizontal stabilizer up here. Right. Elevators there. Static wicks are all there on the elevators. Tail light. Kind of hard to see, but tail light up there. Kind of see it flashing. Our rudder right here. Good. APU exhaust right here. Good. APU's oil service door. Close it. Okay. Standby rudder service door. So this is a little door here. Get all those LRUs there. I like the freighter again. Very familiar with these systems. There. Heat exchanger. An ACM exhaust. Alright, moving on. Engine exhaust. So same thing we did on the right, we're going to do on the left here. So engine exhaust is good. Thrust reversers look good. Engine cowling looks good. Engine drains, good. What else? Engine generator cooling clear. Let's move on. Engine starter exhaust clear. Engine oil service door. Go. Check your oil. It's good. Close this door. All these good here. Engine generator cooling, pylon NACA scoop, tail cone area for the NACA. Potable water door. That's right over here. So this is where you connect the potable water system, and this water is what's being used inside for the toilet. It's going to be used inside for the sink or the faucets inside the aircraft. So all that water that the aircraft is going to use for the cabin is where you fill it here, and just kind of these lights tell you where it's at as you're filling it. So pretty cool. Hydraulic service panel door. This is where you would hook up your mule, as we call it, and if you need to service hydraulics, you do it here. If you need to run any tests on the ground that require hydraulics, this is where you connect that and generate pressure on the hydraulic system, so you can test things like spoilers, anything that requires hydraulics like your rudders and etc. Close this door. Battery door looks good. We checked it earlier. So hydraulic service panel, good. All right, baggage compartment. Let's open the baggage compartment. Pretty cool. Not like how ours is designed. This one kind of like rolls and scoots in. I'm sure that's a pain in the butt to install. But yeah, looks nice. Ours kind of just flipped open in the other door, but cool. Baggage door secure. There's no baggage in there. We're good there. So left wing. Moving on to the left wing. Landing gear door. Main landing gear. Flaps. Spoilers. Ailerons. Static wicks. Winglets. Lights. Fuel cap. Wing leading edge. Everything we did on the right, we're going to do on the left. Antennas. We're going to leave it all the way up to here. So let's just look here. Inspect our main left gear tires. Good. Our strut here. Good. Our door looks good. Let's look here at our flaps. There we go. Flaps are good. Aileron is good. Fuel cab. Where are you? Our winglet looks good. Our navigation lights are good. Downwash lights look good. Fuel cap here. Again, very cool how everything is modeled here. Static wicks on the winglet look good. All that. And our leading edge looks good. Moving on to our antennas. Look good. Left dorsal NACA scoop. Again, you want to look here. All these scoops. Make sure your engine inlet looks good. Then wing ice protection exhaust. Wing inspection light. Again, same as the other side right here. Let's see. Left landing lights. Fuselage drains are clear. Landing lights look good. Fuselage drains. Fuselage NACA scoop. And that is it, guys. This is the NACA scoop we're talking about. And there it is, guys. We just did a full exterior inspection of the aircraft. Again, I'm very impressed on how well they modeled everything. For the most part, I would give it an 8 out of 10. There's a couple things that I wish were modeled, but I'll take it, guys. It's very, very cool. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump in this aircraft and start these engines, and you'll see how easy it is to start this plane. So let's go ahead and jump in. All right, guys, we are inside the aircraft. Let's go ahead and open up our starting engines using the APU checklist. So our power levels must be on idle. So let's check here. I'm just gonna give them a quick cycle here. Okay, idle, good. Right engine, run, stop button. So we gotta make sure this goes to run. So right engine, open the little cover, kind of like the CJ4. Turn it on to run. Okay, right engine starter button, push right engine starter button, which is right here. Okay, engine instrumentations, wait for RPM stabilization, abort start if no ITT rise within 20 seconds, no oil pressure by 30 and 2 ITT will exceed red line, or stabilize idle is not achieved within 50 seconds. So as the engine is starting, we want to take a look at our engine instruments here. And sorry, we have to hit this and hold it. Now we're done. You see how it kind of grays out? Now we're good. And now watch. The ignition is kicking on. N2 is rising. And there you go. Very cool. N1 is rising now. ITTs are rising. Fuel flow, oil temperature. N2 is at 60%. Beautiful. That's a good right engine start. Again, that is good. Power levels are idle. Left engine, we're going to repeat it. Like I said, it's very simple on this aircraft. Open the little cover, hit run, come over here, hold it until it turns gray. Just like that. There goes our ignition. N2 is rising. 20%. There's our N1 rising. Beautiful. Love it, guys. Love it. I think this is one of the simpler aircrafts to get started. Just a couple buttons and you are fired up. So very, very cool. We're good there. Engines, instruments, monitor them, but everything is in the green. I like it. I'll accept it. So that's that. There's our pre-flight. And as far as everything on this aircraft, as far as the default EFB, we have pretty much done everything that it asks us for. There is no before takeoff or before taxi checklist on this EFB. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the checklist from Checklist Pro from SoFly and Aircraft Checklist Pro. We're going to find the longitude. So type in longe, text Cessna Longitude, page 82. So we're going to scroll down to page 82. All right, here we go. Page 82 for the Cessna Citation Longitude. So we just did before start, engine start. We did all that. So see, there's a couple things here that it tells you. Check our instrumentation now. Left and right generator, we're going to put them on. So if we look here at our electrical panel, let me move this up. Right now we are on APU generator. Our generators are already on. See, right engine generator are on, so I'm going to go ahead and turn off this APU generator. Good. Then I'm going to go ahead and turn off our APU down here. Go to off. We don't need the APU anymore. There we go. And guys, if you use this, just minimize it. Don't do what I did. Page 82. Then you're gonna have to scroll through this again. Here we go. Page 80, 82. All right. So engine generator, engine start, APU generator off. Good. Bus ties open. APU gen off. Okay. So before taxi flight controls, we're gonna make sure our flight controls are good. Our APU is off. Speed brakes, we're gonna open them and retract them. Flaps 2, avionics check and set, ice protection as required, taxi lights on. So our lights are on, so we're gonna minimize this, but speed brakes are good. Okay, moving on, let's see again what this asks for. Before taxi, speed brakes, APU's off. Let's check our flight controls. Flight controls. Good. Butter pedals. Good. Everything looks good there. Flaps set to 2. So our flaps are down here. So 1, 2, right over here. Avionics checked and set. Ice protection as required. So our ice protection. Our ice protection. Go through the screens here. 6, 7, 8. There is our ice protection. So it is a little chilly, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn on our ice protection for everything. Wing, stab, engines. Good. And taxi light is already on. If we look up here, taxi light is on. So our lighting is good. We're gonna turn off our landing lights right now. And everything, wing inspection light we don't need, tail flight, yep, that's good. Seatbelts on, pack safety on. Beautiful. Okay. Moving on. So let's see. Before takeoff, flaps. Okay. All this we're gonna do here, but first of all, we're gonna go ahead and set up a flight plan so we can get to our destination, get our clearances through Beyond ATC and all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and look here. Perfect. Okay, back. All right, so this is our MFD side. So we are going to go flight plan. And we are going to, actually, let me see here. Sim brief dispatch view. They have the flight already. There it is. Flexjet 320, Sanford to Lauderdale. Perfect. There's our route and all that good stuff. So we're going to importing sim brief flight plan. Please wait. Aha, there it is. See that, guys? Pretty cool. Just hit import route. It's gonna send it over to our avionics side. That looks good. So let's just review everything here. So scroll down. Their destination for Lauderdale, runway 10. So let's go ahead and tune into ATIS on Beyond ATC. Let's take a listen. Information Kilo. So that's what we want. And sorry about that, guys. So
Orlando Sanford Airport Information Kilo.
ATC was tuned in when we tuned in the radio.
Zulu.
So,
Wind calm.
Let's go ahead and go to clearance.
Visibility.
And then let's go ahead and request our IFR clearance to ATC to make our way down to Fort Lauderdale. So it says this. Morning, Sanford clearance. Flexjet 320 requesting IFR clearance to Fort Lauderdale with information Kilo.
Flexjet 320, Orlando clearance. Thanks for Kilo. Cleared to Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood. Radar vectors Danny, then as filed. Maintain 4,000. Expect flight level 330, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 135.3. Squawk 0765.
All right, there we go. Now we just have to read it back. So here we go. Cleared to Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood. Radar vectors Danny, Dennis file. Maintain 4,000. Expect flight level 330, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 135.3. Squawk 0765. Flexjet 320.
Flexjet 320, read back correct. Contact ground 121.35 when ready for starter taxi.
Contact ground 121.35 when ready for start and taxi. Flexjet 320. Alright, so on Beyond ATC, I have it to auto-tune, which makes your life a lot easier. But as you can see, our ground is 121.35. And if you look down here, this is our comms panel. Let me zoom in. It's not letting me zoom in. It's very slow. But anyways, you can see there our comm is active, 121.3. So we are already tuned into comm for ground. So I'm going to just go ahead and ask for clearance to start for engine start. Sanford ground, Flexjet 320 requesting engine start.
Flexjet 320 startup approved. Call when ready for taxi.
Startup approved, call 1, ready for taxi, FlexJet 320. Alright, so then technically we would be starting engines. Engines are already started, so we're going to go ahead and ask for taxi. Sanford ground, FlexJet 320, requesting clearance to taxi to the octave.
FlexJet 320, runway 36, taxi via training, Kilo Charlie Romeo.
Taxi to runway 36 via training, Kilo Charlie Romeo, FlexJet 320.
Negative, taxi via training, Kilo Charlie Romeo.
Taxi via training, Kilo Charlie Romeo, FlexJet 320.
Negative, taxi via training, Kilo Charlie Romeo.
I mean, that's what I said. But we're going to go ahead and give the readback and taxi instructions automated.
All right, we'll taxi to runway 36 via training, Kilo Charlie Romeo, FlexJet 320.
There you go. It liked that. I guess it doesn't like my voice. All right, guys. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and take a look at our flight plan. So everything is here. Our flight plan, runway 36. Danny, as we had told us. And then those are all our waypoints that we're going to be making our way down to for Lauderdale. So that is good. I'm good with that. So go back here. Let's go to performance here. Small 700 takeoff data. So Sanford runway 36. Actually, before we do this, let's go to weight and fuel. So here in the operating weight, that is fine. Payload is good. Takeoff. So we're gonna do fuel on board sync, which should be, let's double check. There it is. Fuel on board 925 gallons, and that is all good. So we're going to just do that. We don't have to set empty weight. And a landing data speed bugs. All right, we're gonna turn on all these. RV2. Okay. All these speed bugs are going to be on as we take off. Flap speeds. So flaps 1, 200, gear 200, flaps 2, 160. All that. That's good. Okay, landing at flap speeds, weight and fuel. Okay. I like it. Let me just make sure everything else is good. So the initialization is good. Our takeoff data. There we go. Flight plan. All that is good. Weather. Load METAR. Go. Perfect. Weather's good. Runway good. Takeoff config. Takeoff flaps 1. Anti-ice is actually on. Thrust reverser stowed. Takeoff factor 1. Takeoff data. Accept takeoff speed. So this is going to be our takeoff speeds. V194. Rotate 104. V2 123. Okay, good. Accept that. There you see our takeoff data is set. So accept our initialization. Good. We are good. So our aircraft is ready to go. Waypoint nearest, sim brief, everything is good there. I don't need anything else. One thing I do need to do is go to taxi, airport information, and let's zoom in here. Okay, so here we are. So we are on this end of the FBO. So there's Kilo, there's Charlie, and there's Romeo. So pretty much just gonna follow the signs. Kilo, Charlie, go across, and then come down. Romeo's at 36. So here we go. We already have clearance. We're gonna release the parking brakes. Let's go ahead and taxi. And these guys never got out of the way, so we are probably gonna incur some damage here, but it is what it is. Very cool. As you guys can see, this is a payware scenery that I just got from Sim Market for Sanford. As you can see, there's a lot of Allegiant Airbuses here. This is one of Allegiant's hubs here in the Central Florida area. What's up again? Remember, we have to pass the terminal. Making our way.
FlexJet tree 20, contact Orlando Tower 1 tree 5.25.
Contact Orlando Tower at 135.25. FlexJet 320. Orlando Tower, FlexJet 320, holding short runway 36, ready for departure.
FlexJet 320, Orlando Tower, wind calm, fly heading 010, runway 36, cleared for takeoff.
Winds calm, fly heading 010 on departure, runway 36, cleared for takeoff, FlexJet 320. Alright guys, we have been cleared for takeoff. So before we do, I'm going to go ahead and set park and brake. Just double check our checklist here, make sure that we are ready to go before takeoff. So flaps set to 2, that's good. Speed brakes, check that are retracted. So speed brakes, that's on. That's off, so retracted, that's good. Trims, check that they're set. So let's check, look here, down here. Minimize this.
Wind calm.
Okay. Okay, APU's off. Everything looks good in the green here. And our trims, our aileron trims are good. Rudder trims are good. So our trim is a little high here. So let's bring it down and set it to the green. Just as. Right, that's good there. So trims are good. Set there. Trims are good. Ice protection check as required. So let's just double check our ice protection. I want it on. And our ice protection panels over here. So these are on. Very good.
FlexJet tree 20. Please keep the frequency clear for ASH communications.
Keep hitting
If you
the
need
button to
assistance
talk.
with ice protection, consult your aircraft manual.
And listening to me. That's funny. Okay. Avionics checked. Good. Flaps good. Ice protection's good. Sorry, I'm looking over here. V-speeds are displayed. I already checked that. Ice protection's good. Instruments are set. Weather radar is required. Landing lights on. So let's go ahead and minimize this. Let's take a look up here. Landing lights on. Good. Our V-speeds are set, as we saw here. In our aircraft performance. There we go. Takeoff data. Runway, takeoff config, takeoff data. So there's our V speeds. I already accepted those. So we're gonna remember it. Takeoff config wants us takeoff flaps 1. Anti-ice, we're gonna go on. There. Good. Alright guys, we are ready to go. Parking brakes released. And let's go ahead and taxi. Then before takeoff is good. After takeoff, landing gear up, flaps retract, throttles to climb, and we're good there. Okay. Close this out. Line up. Now hold the brakes. Let's introduce power. Here we go. Everything's in the green. Releasing brakes. Our V speeds. There's V1 rotating degrees. That. Have good positive rate of climb. Gear up. Right, looking good. Gonna go ahead and set the autopilot on now. We're at 1,200 feet. Autopilot is on. We're gonna head heading mode and flight level change. to get to 4,000 feet. This plane climbs, guys. It's climbing at about 4,800 feet, 4,900 feet per minute. Pretty fast. So flaps up. Just stopped at 4,000 feet. Bring our power down. Want to stay under 250. We're going to go ahead and turn on our nav mode over here. I'm going to turn this on. Then the last thing we want to do, look here at our levers and turn on our auto throttle. Then here in our speeds, we're gonna go manual. I'm gonna go to 250. All right, everything is looking good so far. We are making our way to the magenta line. Let me see if I can change this here. Map. There's our map. Okay, beautiful. All right. For some reason, Beyond ATC is not talking to us. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna restart Beyond ATC. All right, I'm gonna call it in. Orlando Tower, FlexJet 320 with you, 4,000 feet.
FlexJet 320, Orlando Tower, roger. Continue climbing to your filed altitude.
Altitude. Go ahead and climb. Continue climbing to filed altitude, FlexJet 320. See if it picks up where we're at and gives us some instructions.
FlexJet 320, maintain your current climb. No further instructions available at this time.
Guys, we are climbing like a rocket right now. At 250 knots, this thing is going to climb. All right, beautiful. So let's just double check our after takeoff checklist here. Take down. Make sure that we are good. 80. Okay, after takeoff, landing gears up, flaps are up, throttles are set to climb, passing 10,000 feet pressurization check, seatbelts off, altimeters set, lights as required. Okay, so there's really not much to it after takeoff. So everything that it just asked us is good. Landing lights are going to come off now. We're passing 10,000 feet. Lights off. We are on track. We are headed to Danny. And let's pull up our EFB here. And there we go. So we took off. We're headed towards the coast. Kind of should be passing like the Space Coast here. Launch pads and all that here on the left-hand side. But yeah, making our way. And then should be going down the coast of Florida and into for Lauderdale. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the video here, and I will tune back in once we have reached our cruising altitude, and we'll go over a few things, make sure we're set up for our approach and all that. So see you on the other side. Alrighty guys, we are cruising at 33,000 feet, and we are making our way down.
1581, contact Miami Center 124.1. Have a good day.
Got cut off by
Center on
ATC.
Miami Center 124.1, United 1581. Take care.
Anyways, we just passed the Colat waypoint. We're on our way down to Hicto, as you can see on the map here on the left. So we are making our way down to Fort Lauderdale. We are cruising at 33,000 feet. Beyond ATC is back up and running. I got that working. And yeah, everything's pretty much set. Our flight plan is set. We really don't have much to do. Let's just double check this. Here in our procedures, we're going to be going to arrival. Yep. So our approach is going to be ILS 10 right. Perfect.
Miami Center, Frontier Flight 1098. Good day. Flight level tree 5.
Frontier Flight 1098, Miami Center.
Go ahead and load this. Not a perfect GPS. Okay. So that's fine. So we're going to make our way down. There's our approach. Mansec. And then these are the waypoints for the ILS runway 10. So we should be good to go. Everything is loaded in. So I'm going to just leave the video here and then get back with you once we start our descent and make our way down to Fort Lauderdale.
FlexJet 320, contact Miami Center 132.15, see you.
Contact Miami Center 132.15, FlexJet 320, see you. Gas. Miami Center, FlexJet 320 with you, 33,000 feet.
FlexJet 320, Miami Center, copy.
All right, good to go. All right, guys, I'll see you on the descent of this video. Alrighty, guys, we are at 5,200. We have just been vectored in to intercept the localizer of 10 right. So here we are making our left-hand turn to intercept that localizer. Beyond ATC usually does this, gives us a lot of separation. You can see we are way out here and the runway is over here, so we're a few miles out setting up on this approach, but it's nice because it gives you time.
Miami approach,
to set
JetBlue
up.
1379, 12,700 feet. We have November on board.
Here we go. We're turning. We're intercepting.
JetBlue 1379, Miami approach. Good day. Altimeter 3026. Expect the visual approach runway 10 left.
Altimeter 3026. Expect the visual approach runway 10 left. JetBlue 1379.
Is looking good here. Know how to start reducing the speed down to 200 knots. One thing I did notice on this aircraft is the speed brakes. Holy moly, they work good. I'm gonna go ahead and activate them now. Look at that speed drop. All right, guys. Autopilot is doing its thing. Everything is working as it should. We are under approach mode. Aircraft is on the glide slope. It's setting itself up to runway 10 right. I'm gonna go ahead and go flaps 1.
FlexJet 320, airport is at your 11 o'clock 15 miles. Report the field in sight.
Okay. Field should be coming up in sight here now momentarily. Again, guys, the aircraft is doing everything like we programmed it to. I haven't done anything other than descend and follow the ATC instructions. Airfield in sight at FlexJet 320. There's the airfield ahead of us.
FlexJet 320, cleared visual approach runway 10 right.
Cleared visual approach, runway 10 right, FlexJet 320. Alrighty, guys.
JetBlue 405, contact Fort Lauderdale Tower 119.3.
Contact Tower 119.3, JetBlue 405, see you.
We are letting the aircraft do its thing. Go.
Flexjet 320, contact Fort Lauderdale Tower 120.2. Take care.
Contact for Lauderdale Tower 120.2, Flexjet 320. Take care. For Lauderdale Tower, Flexjet 320 is on final for runway 10 right.
Flexjet 320, Fort Lauderdale Tower, wind 070 at Niner, runway 10 right, cleared to land.
Cleared to land, runway 10 right, wind 070 at Niner, Flexjet 320. Alright guys,
Silver Wings 88,
I'm gonna
ready to
gear
go.
down,
Runway 10 right.
bring our speed down.
Silver Wings 88, Fort Lauderdale Tower, wind 070 at Niner, fly runway heading, runway 10 right, cleared for takeoff.
Fly runway heading, runway 10 right, cleared for takeoff. Silver Wings 88.
Right, and full flaps. Flaps give it a lot of lift, as you can see there. Had to pitch the nose down once we went full flaps. Let's take a look here real quick.
United 2233 Heavy, ready to go. Runway 10 right.
United 2233 Heavy, hold short of 10 right, departing traffic.
Wilco, hold short of 10 right for traffic. United 2233 Heavy.
Alright, so 113 is where we need to be at. Slow her down. There's speed brakes to slow her down. Looking good, guys. We're a little low.
Silver Wings 88, contact Miami departure.
Contact Miami departure. Silver Wings 88.
I'm gonna go ahead and take off the autopilot. I have control. Throttle, we need to bit. Go. Pushing us around a little bit, but it's okay. I like the challenge. 2 red, 2 white. We are all right. It's actually the first time I tried landing with this plane, so this should be interesting, guys. Here we go. Bidding. 100. Here we are, touchdown.
United 2233 Heavy, runway 10 right, line up and wait.
First thrust.
Runway 10 right, line up and wait. United 2233 Heavy.
We got an applause from the
Flexjet 320, exit left at Juliet Niner.
exit left at Juliet Niner, Flexjet 320. Okay. Just like that, we have made it to Fort Lauderdale. Very cool. Nice little approach there, a little challenging. Kind of stumbled through it a
United
little bit.
2233 Heavy, Fort Lauderdale Tower, wind 070 at Niner, fly runway heading, runway 10 right, cleared for takeoff. Xjet 320, contact ground 121.7, take care.
Contact ground 121.7, FlexJet 320. All right, let's see where it wants us to park. For Lauderdale ground, good morning. FlexJet 320 is with you, requesting taxiing to any available parking.
FlexJet 320, welcome to Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood. Say parking or advise if need assignment.
Any ramp parking available, FlexJet 320.
FlexJet 320, ramp 42 taxi via Juliet Niner, Juliet, Quebec, Hotel, Lima, Golf.
Taxi to ramp 42 via Juliet Niner, Juliet, Quebec, Hotel, Lima, Golf, FlexJet 320. Just gonna go ahead and assume that we're gonna park here. All right, parking brake sets. Lights off. Let's go ahead and pull up this checklist here. See what our shutdown checklist is. And quick. We're landing, parking, throttle idle, parking brake set, taxi lights are off, ice protection off.
JetBlue 2801 at gate 10, request pushback.
All this goes off. Okay. Lights are
JetBlue
already off. Engine
2801,
stop.
Fort Lauderdale ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face southeast.
Pushback approved. Face southeast. JetBlue 2801.
Okay. Seatbelts off. APU check off. Everything, just put it back to off. Standby power. Exterior lights as required. Back buttons. Okay.
Southwest 2329,
This.
taxi for departure.
Batteries off.
GPWS system failure.
Southwest 2329, runway 10
Off.
right taxi via Tango, Charlie, Sierra, Quebec, Juliet, Juliet 1.
All right, we'll taxi to runway 10 right via Tango, Charlie, Sierra, Quebec, Juliet, Juliet 1, Southwest 2329.
And that's it. There you have it, guys. Welcome to Fort Lauderdale. We made it in one piece. But yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial or this flight. I try to teach you, or show you, at least I try to show you the best as to my ability of what this Citation Longitude is capable of. It can do a full flight. It can do sim brief. It can do autopilot. It can do everything. And it does it very well. The climb performance on this plane is outstanding. It climbs like a rocket. It's very fun to fly, very satisfying when everything is said and done. You know, everything is modeled, and I really like that. You can do everything and it accepts everything. So kind of like the CJ4, this Citation Longitude is very well done. So with that being said, guys, that's going to conclude this video. If you like this video, please drop a like. If you like and want to see more, please subscribe to our channel.
Taxi for departure.
Let me go ahead and turn off the Beyond ATC. We don't keep getting yelled at. But yeah, if you guys like what you see, please consider subscribing to our channel. That will help us a ton, and you'll be able to stay up to date with the latest videos that we come up with. That being said, guys, hope you enjoyed. As always, happy flying, safe landings, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.